Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a trying new makeup for you, as well as I have trying new clothes from Halara, which I cannot wait to share with you all the new pieces I got from Halara. They are sponsoring this portion of today's video, so thank you so much, Halara, for sponsoring this part of the video. I finally got the top I've been wanting. It came back in stock in black. I'm wearing that right now. I will show you a try-on portion, but first, Halara has launched their Halara Circle, which you can sign up, register for it. They send you free clothes just for your honest review and opinion of the pieces, and this helps them better make clothes for us, which is something that I've loved about Halara, is that they take our feedback seriously and they are always improving their pieces. They're inclusive, they have tons of colors, different sizes, they just have so much on their website to check out. They carry my favorite leggings of all time, any brand, and I picked up 2 new colors of those as well, which you're gonna see, but definitely check out Halara. I will have the registration link below for you guys to check out, as well as all the links to the pieces I'm about to share with you. But we're gonna start with this top, which I finally got in black. I have this in white and olive, and I've been waiting for the black to come back in stock, and everything that I got is in a size medium. I'm a true size medium. This has the thumb holes that I can put my fingers in. It has a built-in bra. It's secure if you have a larger chest, removable padding. It's a nice cropped length, and this is perfect for Pilates. So I was so excited to finally get my hands on the black. Would it be a Halara haul if I didn't pick up my favorite leggings ever? There's 2 new colors that I haven't tried yet. I will have all the colors and styles linked below in the order that I talk about them. Starting off with this color, it's a nice blue shade, which I've really been into for leggings. I think in my last haul, I got a different shade of blue that might have been charcoal, like a grayish blue, but anyways, I love blue. I love that these leggings are slightly compressive. So it has this band at the top that just keeps your tummy in. The best part to me about Halara is that not only are they comfortable, they're flattering and functional. If you can check all 3 of those for me for clothing, that is my style to a T. So these are super flattering, very comfy. I basically live in this style of legging. I wear these every single day in whatever color. And I always throw my phone in the pocket when I'm cleaning my house, or my tens unit because my back is out right now. So I chuck that in the little pocket. I got this color, and then I also got it in a gray, which again is something that I've also been getting into, is gray. These are the exact same style. It has that compression fabric at the tummy area, so it just keeps everything nice and smooth. Perfect fit, silky smooth. These wash and wear incredibly well. I've never had to replace a Halara legging that I have. You know, I always have to talk about their leggings. They are my favorite from any brand ever, are the Halara, so definitely check them out. Because I love the leggings so much, I had to get them in a short, a biker short. I got the longest length, that's my preference. They have the pockets, the same buttery soft material, and these are also lightly compressive in the tummy. So I thought these would be perfect going into spring and summer. I lived in biker shorts last summer. I've never tried Halara's ones before, so I'm very excited to have these in my wardrobe, and these are gonna get so much love, I already know. One of their ads on Instagram got me for these. So I've been wanting to try this style for quite some time. They're denim looking leggings. They're like skinny jeans, but in a legging. So we got it in black and blue. As you know, I hate anything uncomfy, and jeans often can be. So I wanted a jean-like look that felt like a legging because, as I said, I live in leggings. These have functional back pockets to use as well, which I need a pocket in my jeans or my leggings. So I got them in black, which again, you know, if it comes in black, I'm gonna get it. And then I got a dark denim blue to try out for this spring. They hit at the perfect length. They're super comfy and flattering again. I'm really happy that skinny jeans are kind of coming back. I've never let them go. That's the millennial in me that loves a good pair of skinny jeans. And then they had this style of bra, but they did it in larger cup sizes. So I quickly snagged one because I wanted a sports bra that didn't have spillage for me. So this looked right up my alley. It's super cute. It has that twist detail on the front, but it has enough coverage on the cup area, which was something that I was personally looking for. The back is nice and thick. And then I've also wanted one of these little boleros, I think they're called, And it's just a black one that you can put over your arms. And it's just something that I can pair with any of my sports bras. I thought this would be a really nice option when I do want to cover my arms and just throw this on to make anything long sleeve. This has that same buttery smooth fabric. I love the material that Halara does. You need to feel it. And the last two things I got to pair together, this you're to wear underneath dresses, so I probably won't show you this on my body, but I will use this underneath my dress. I have one of these from a different brand. I always wear it underneath my dresses. So I wanted to see how Halara's was for compression and how it holds in the girls and also gives room for the booty. Look at the booty on these. These do stretch, but they're meant to be compressive, so it smooths everything out underneath dresses. So I'm really excited to test out their shapewear. And this was new to me. It's an athletic material dress, but it's long. It has a V-neck cut. It has a slit up the side. It just has that buttery smooth material again, and I just thought this would be really cute for daily wear. I love long dresses like this paired with sneakers, and this is just me in a dress because it's black and it's simple. So you can see everything that I got just fits my personal style to a T, and Halara has just been one of my favorite companies for clothes as of lately, so definitely go check them out. Check out Halara Circle. Everything will be linked below, and thank you so much to Halara for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Let's try some new makeup. I got a package from Prada Beauty, and they're available in Canada now. They sent me over a bunch of things to try out. We have this eyeshadow palette. The packaging alone is stunning. Then look at this color story. I have no idea what to do with something like this. We have pink, green, and then dark shade here. I think I'm just gonna throw the green all over my eye. They have little brushes, which I won't be using. The green shade is standing out to me, so we're going to pack that on the lid. See what kind of pigment we're working with. It's a really pretty green. I don't know if I've ever used a green like this before though. I'm going to take this shade right here and just try and blend it out. I'll probably go in with some bronzer just to deepen my crease slightly, but I want to just see if this will help with the blend. Yeah, that one's a little too light for my skin tone. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bronzer. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury today. I haven't used this in a while. I didn't have a new bronzer to test out. I'd pull this one out. It's getting some kind of transition in the crease. I just really want this green to pop, so I'm just going back in with that green and repressing it on the lid. I think the green's cool, but this is a sort of palette color story that I would have to supplement with other shades. I couldn't just use this as is. The lightest color in this palette is just a little too light for me, so I probably can't even use that shade, but I love the green and how it looks with the brown. I'm gonna take the deepest shade and just lightly define the outer corner. This is definitely out of my comfort zone, but kind of happy that I have this to try. Just doing a baby wing. This was a mid-tone brown. I think that would have made this palette even better to me. And then just blending that into the green. A little bit of fallout on that deep shade. It's kind of what I wanted it just to look like, a little bit darker of a green. Not my favorite formulas either, but let me know. Have you tried Prada eyeshadow? It's my first product I've ever tried from the brand. I was really hoping that Sephora Canada would get their foundation. I really want to try that one. Just learning this eyeshadow formula. My second eye went a little bit better. It's just user error playing around with it. This one is a little less blended, but I love how it's blending into the green, but we're gonna keep it there. It looks really cool. I love how it blended, and this is very different for me. Just gonna clean up any fallout and help tidy the outer corner. I'm not gonna cut it too close because I like the blend there. My lips are so dry. I wanted to put lip balm on before I started my eyes, but we're gonna do that right now. Also have a lip balm from Prada. They had the original in the pink shade. This almost looks blue, but I think it's one of those color changing lip balms. This is a pink one. The smell reminds me of something. I can't pinpoint it. I hate when that happens. You can see it becoming a little bit more pink. And pink and green just kind of goes together. I've been sick for the past 2 weeks, so everything about me is dry. This is one of the products I'm most excited to try this video. It's the new tubing mascara from Too Faced. Just gonna give my eyelashes a quick curl. I've been really into tubing mascaras as of lately, so I'm hopeful I love this one. What's your favorite lash growth serum right now? I need to get back into using one. I have self-tanner all over my hands. The thing apparently exploded and I didn't realize it last night. That's what the brush looks like. Longer spikes at the tip of it. It's one of the rubberized ones, but let's see. Just on first coat, I really like how it looks. As long as this eventually builds a little bit more volume, I can see me really liking it because it's definitely doing the length. That was one coat and it gave really good length. So let's see if we can build this up. Oh yeah. I love that. My lashes were looking less than ideal prior to going in, and that gave it incredible length. I like the pink better now. Did it change? Did it get a little bit lighter? A little dark at first. I didn't care for it. Anyways, back to building these lashes. One coat is soft and pretty, and then definitely I like the 2 coats for building. This mascara is incredible, but if I were to compare it to Merit, this one is definitely longer, and the Merit has a little bit more volume. It's really, really nice though. I'm just gonna wait for the mascara to dry on my lids. I got a little bit messy with it. I feel like the spiky end coats my inner lashes a little bit more than I like, so I need to play around with the wand just to get kind of what I like from my lashes. First impression's really good. For lashes today, I feel like this green actually kind of matches this in a way. These are from Thrive Cosmetics. I'm not sure the name of these, but I'll have them linked below. They came out with lashes. They came out with lash glue. These look exactly like my style of lash. Band is so clear. They look very delicate, so I gotta be careful. I might just cut a little bit off. They look a little bit long for me. I cut that much off. Those are so pretty. I'm gonna wait for the glue to dry, but that's exactly the kind of style that I love for a lash. They're the perfect amount of wispy. They have a clear band. You can wear them without liner. Oh, I love these. I'm loving the eyes. It's so weird though how green kind of changes my eye color and it makes them more brown. I don't know, it takes out the green in my eyes when I wear green, but it's still cool. I love what's going on here. When I sat down today, I didn't know this was going to be the outcome, but I'm loving it so far. Now this isn't new, but I did finally purchase the full size of the Ilia, the base face milk. This is a lightweight moisturizer. This is my favorite milky sort of product on the market. I had the smaller size, but finally I invested in the big. Just gonna take that on my poorly self-tan hands. Just pat this into the skin. It's the perfect moisturizer going into warmer months. It's lightweight, great underneath makeup. This gives a little bit of a tack, so it's nice underneath makeup, but the perfect amount of moisture, not too much, and it's gonna go with any of the foundations I use. I'm so happy to finally have the full size. And then my sunscreen, and this is my Birch Juice one. I finally finished my Purito. I had this on hand, but I think I'm actually gonna go back to the Purito after this. This used to be my favorite one, and now I think my Purito is my favorite sunscreen. This is still a great option. This I find a tad more moisturizing. I think the Purito one will be better for the warmer months. Then for my under eye, nothing new here. Just the Inky List Caffeine Eye Cream. Had a cold for I think 2 weeks now, so your girl needs this. Then Laura Mercier reformulated their tinted moisturizer. This is the blurred matte version, which I'm hoping this isn't too matte. This also has SPF 30 in here, which I try to avoid in my makeup only because I am so sensitive. Often sunscreens and products break me out, so I will know it's this sunscreen in here if it breaks me out because I've used my Birch Juice and my Korean sunscreen before. So that's the only thing I'm worried about this, and this being a little too matte, but I have the shade 3N Sand. We will be using that today. I haven't used this foundation brush from Morphe. It's the M103 brush. There's the color. Almost looks spot on, at least to my hand. We'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. This is definitely my tan shade, if you're similar to me. It's good coverage. Oh, I'm excited. Just first swipe of this. I just pray this doesn't break me out. This would be amazing for the warmer months. It's going into the skin so nicely. I used to love the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. Excited for this option. I'm going on like a dream. That's one light layer and it's absolutely stunning. I'm going to try and build this up slightly, and then if I need to, I'll go in with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer just for a little bit added coverage. But I love the finish of this. It looks like skin. As this dries down, I can see it looking a little bit more perfecting. First impression of this is so good that I am hoping this does not break me out because I'm loving how this is going on and looking. I'd say that's a medium coverage on me once built up. You can obviously have it a little bit lighter and more sheer. I'm going to try to just put this on a couple of my spots underneath my eyes just to bump up the coverage, my NARS Soft Matte. In another new brush, we have the M133 from Morphe. Still had a bunch of brushes from that new collection that I hadn't used yet that I wanted to try out. It's definitely too warm for my under eyes, so we're going to put something else on it. Usually I use this on my skin, but you can see my skin is more neutral than this product. As requested, I show you makeup mistakes, and that was one of them for me, because that is much too warm. I'm gonna take my pink corrector, just gonna cool it down a little bit. Just blend that into the concealer so it doesn't look too pink underneath my eyes, but also not too warm, because the shade was too dark and also too warm, so that is why I chose to use the pink corrector. There we go. Problem solved. I do have a new powder to test out. I got a little sample of the Morphe powder. This is the mini bacon set setting powder, which I'm going to use for the majority of my face, but I'm just going to take my beloved Kosas and use that underneath my eyes. It's the pink powder. Again, it's just going to seal the deal for me. I just think the pink and green also is going to look really complementary if we keep that nice and bright and pink leaning. I should just tell you my thought process throughout all these videos. Before we get too wild with the setting, I wanted to liquid contour with my Rare Beauty. This stuff is incredible. I cannot get enough of it. I'm going to try out the Morphe M242 brush for this. Tonally, I think this will be also quite perfect for the look. I'm not going to go too heavy though. And this blends out. It looks intense when it goes on, but it blends like a dream. And it gives the best sculpt to the face. And I always just go back with my foundation brush lightly over. Just always helps the blend. I can see where I want to take it, though I'm going to be setting, so I can go a little bit heavier, but that's kind of how I want it to look at the end. Everything's playing beautifully with that tinted moisturizer. Nothing's lifting, which is nice. Now we're going to take the Morphe Mini Bacon Set and we're going to set the rest of the face. This looks a little bit more yellow than I typically go for. Hopefully it goes on translucent because we just corrected everything. I don't want to go back there. It's nice and blurring. You can see. Haven't set right there. I'll take that shine away. So I don't find that tinted moisturizer too matte, even on the dry down. Normally I wouldn't skip to lips, but since I've done the foundation, I just need something on my lips. I need color on them. So I went over that balm accidentally. I'm going to take the Tower 28 one-liner in Work of Art and line my lips. And then we have a lipstick from Prada. This is their soft matte lipstick. On the box it had the name. It's B101. That's what the color looks like. We'll see if this pairs nicely. Oh yeah. That color is ideal. Ooh. That's so soft. I love that. I would personally leave it just like that, but I do have a gloss that I'm going to put on. I'm going to leave it like this for a little bit just to enjoy it, but we're going to finish off with one of the new plumping lip oils from YSL. I had a poll on Instagram. I had 3 new blush formulas that I wanted to see what one you guys wanted to see first in this video, and Morphe won. They're these trios they came out with, and I pulled 2 of the colors that I thought would be closest to Not Too Much from Patrick Ta. So here are the shades here. There are 2 creams. One has some shimmer in it, and then the powder at the bottom. Well, I guess it's at the top of this video, but at the bottom of the compact, I'm going to go with this one because that one looks the closest to Not Too Much. This is the shade After Party, and I have Not Too Much here as well just to compare the colors. If this is an affordable option, these are going to be so popular. I'm going to use my Patrick Ta blush brush for this. I'm going to dip into the cream first. This is pretty. They have blushes that are very colorful too in the trios. This might be the more boring of the shades, but we have green on our eyes right now, okay? This is going over top of a fully set face perfectly fine. Just gonna swatch that glittery shade. This has more emolliency to it, very thin. You can make the blush glittery if you want. I'm probably not gonna like that middle shade, if I'm gonna be honest. I can see the glitter on my hand, so I wish that was a different powder or just not a glittery finish cream would be my preference, but I still think these will probably be worth it. I haven't checked out the price yet, but based on the cream and the powder, I would still definitely get one of these. And the matching packaging, so cute. Just setting with the powder. I know Patrick Ta does the opposite, but it's what we're doing today. I was gonna use something else for my highlight, but I'm going to take that highlighty cream just a little bit with my finger. This showcases my pores. As I suspected, not my favorite. I like the formula if it just didn't have the glitters in it. I've used worse because you can't see it too bad, but I see maybe 3 specks on my cheek that are just standing out to me. So like I suspected, I'm probably not going to be utilizing that section, but I do like the other 2, and I love the packaging. I don't know why this is the only thing I can use to contour my nose right now. I've used this for bronzer, the same bronzer, for many days at this point. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Nothing new here, but I feel like this brush just quickly contours the nose without putting too much effort into it. And usually I do highlight to contour the nose. I'm just taking a little bit of my Hourglass concealer. I just want more of a matte highlight today. We're jumping around all over the place today. I'm gonna go back to my eyeshadow palette and take that green, lightly put it under the eye. And then let's see how that tubing mascara looks on my lower lashes. And that's really nice on the lowers. Cleaning up my lip line. Went a little overboard. Then to complete the look, I have one of the YSL Plumping Lip Gloss Oils. This is in shade 02. I'm just gonna throw this on myself. Good thing I haven't changed yet. These are spicy. I find they're more spicy when you don't have a protective lipstick underneath, as I like to say. I like both ways. I think the lipstick look amazing on its own, and I also like this glossy option. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face with what setting spray, I don't know. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Impeccable. I'm just gonna let everything dry down, go off camera, get dressed, come back, and I have a fragrance of the day to share. I'm back, hair is done, and I'm in my favorite top from Halara. We're going to try out our fragrance of the day, which is Floor's Rose Whip. I have tried this before. I had to spray it as soon as I got it in the mail, and this is a beautiful rose scent. I get predominantly like a jammy rose in this, which I love. Kind of reminds me of magazines from my childhood. That kind of rose that they used to have. It's just a really pretty, pleasing rose. But if you don't like rose, you're gonna not like this, because this is a rose scented, very floral fragrance. But all I smell is the rose, but it's, as I said, a jammy, sweeter rose, which I personally really, really love. I probably would only get the travel size myself, as I don't use rose that often. But if you love rose, this is an amazing new rose fragrance on the market. We're still trying new things here because I have some frizzy flyaways. I have this Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Frizz Tamer, which I've always wanted one of these to carry in my purse, take care of any frizz and flyaways. I have no business needing to know what's going on back there, but for the front pieces at least. Oh yeah, that took care of all the little frizzies on my head. This will be so convenient. We'll see if that makes my roots greasy at all or anything. I'll keep testing this, but I've always wanted something like this for my purse. Let's quickly go through all the products that we use that are new, this Try New Makeup. I'm gonna start with Prada. We have the lip balm and the lipstick. The lip balm actually turned into a really nice pink. I'm gonna continue to use it just to see if I like it further, because I didn't like how dark it was initially. And then the lipstick, I fell in love with the color. I think it looks beautiful with the gloss, but on its own, I thought the finish just felt so creamy smooth, but a beautiful, nourishing matte. So very impressed with the lip products. And then the eyeshadow palette, I honestly thought I was going to hate this going into this video, so I was worried about what kind of look I was gonna do, but this green on my eyes, there's something about this color that I love my eyes today. This is such a different thing for me to do, but do I think it's worth buying a whole palette? Probably not. I still thoroughly enjoyed doing the look, and I will have to test out those pinker shades further just to see. I don't think the formula is revolutionary by any means, but it was definitely fun to try. The new Blurred Matte Tinted Moisturizer from Laura Mercier went on like a dream. We'll see how well it wears on my face, but so far, I also really love this. These eyelashes, I think, took my look to another level, which I felt it needed, even though I loved the mascara too. So basically anything to do with my eyes today, I thought worked out really nicely, but I'm gonna definitely try the Too Faced on its own and just see how it wears, let you know if it flakes, smudges, smears, all those kind of things. This did start clumping up on one of my lashes, I noticed, but I will further test and update you on this. We have the new Morphe Trios, which I definitely think are worth it. If you like a shimmery highlight, you'll like this even more than I do. As I said in the video, I probably won't get too much use out of that, but I do love the cream blush and the powder blush. I'm going to definitely try the more punchy shades. This is definitely more of a me shade, so I want to start there and compare it to Not Too Much from Patrick Ta, but love the packaging, love the concept. Affordable dupe, can you say? I love that they made these. The powder from Morphe didn't blow me away. It was all right for setting my face. I don't think there's anything bad about it, but I still can see myself reaching for my Kosas powder and my Makeup by Mario over this one, but it did do the job, set everything in place. I've used the Patrick Ta and various other Morphe brushes in previous Try New Makeups, but so far they worked really nicely for this look too. And then the last thing I have makeup wise are the YSL Plumping Lip Oil Glosses. I love these, but they are spicy. So I wanted to do a whole disclaimer on those if you're going to be wearing them on their own. They're a 7.5 out of 10 spicy, where I think the Dr. Dennis Gross is a 10 out of 10 spicy. If you want to know my kind of level, they're a little less than the Too Faced lip injection. I don't think they're that bad, but they're definitely spicy. So that's going to be everything for this trying new makeup. I love how this look turned out. I hope you guys did too. Let me know what your favorite makeup product and clothing piece was in the comment section below. I would love to know. Thank you again to Halara for sponsoring the beginning portion of today's video. Be sure you check out Halara Circle. I'll have that link below as well as everything else will be linked down below as well. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Hopefully I have my voice back in my next video. It's been a while now. Regardless of how I'm feeling, I had so much fun with this video. So thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me today. And if you've not already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you in my next one.